You see what's going on. Billy's here as well to get things done. And yeah, we will, of course, the delay will start to kick in eventually, but we should be back into the fold. So we can get started already. We are going to be getting into the matchup. We're going to be looking to get into the game. And sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It just died. It just died on us suddenly. So yeah, I can't really do anything about that. Or, okay, yeah. Dude, this computer is dying. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So yeah, let's go back into this one. It is what it is. Highly unfortunate it happened, but we gotta keep on with the show. So welcome guys to our second match of the night. NewWaveInvitationals gonna be playing on, gonna be looking to keep things up, and gonna be looking to go for the second match of the night. What do you think, Mika? What's gonna be the compositions here now for our two teams?
Well, definitely, of course, as I mentioned, it is going to be the Echo Show. So I think pretty much the rest of the season, people are going to be trying to incorporate Echo into their strategies, into their gameplay. Because she's a very mobile character, we're going to see as well as a lot of Mercies coming in, and possibly Lucia for the extra mobility. So this, I think Overwatch, just like the mobility of all of the characters, is definitely going to pick up because of this new addition. So
The game gets even faster, basically. That's all this is gonna be. The game gets even faster, and Memecord right now just torn apart quickly by WashedUpHomies. So they are playing a dive composition with the Lucio and the Mercy, but the problem here and now is they are not gonna be able to really utilize that Mercy to the fullest degree, because with the Lucio Mercy pairing, they don't really have any healing whatsoever, and WashedUpHomies right now just easily winning out on that fight. They went on the high ground, with shots there being taken by Cyanide. He got 1k damage already at the very start, 3 frags to his name, and this looking really good here for WashedUpHomies. They are going to start things off strong and looking to just control the action here on Village.
And in the meantime, we also have, on the blue hand side, we have a Mei and an Ana, so they do have a couple of stuns in there, so waiting to see how they will incorporate that into this match.
Cyanide though does get some frags, 2 kills on the board. Saito in the meantime on the signature Genji is going for a flag right here, right now. Memecord focusing on the kills, but it seems like Genji just able to get the frags. Mako Supreme though trying to come on in. He's on the support right here, right now. Sun lone on the board, and just a lot of puts right now here for WashedUpHomies. They have Ryan Zarya, they have Memecord, and this is a very meta composition that allows them to dominate the actions into the forefront. Seems like WashedUpHomies just not washed up at all, and looking really in tune with the gameplay today.
That's right, and they have a full house coming up as well. They have all of their ultimate ready at their disposal. While Memecord over here only has half that, and in comes to the boss. Of course, that is one going in there, and Deadeye coming in from Cyanide takes out a few.
Doesn't get too much though, it only gets the C's to freeze out in front. It was a pretty good zoning out there from Ambi, the main, getting some value. And interesting enough, Calamitous turning into a Reinhardt, and he's gonna go for the pin. Lone will get outmaneuvered there, and here comes another Shatter! Calamitous again is gonna put himself up on the highlight reel, but Cyanide gonna get the frag on back to Narbrol, and seems like they are gonna be turning on back, trying to get on the way. Stick Bomb's not taking care of Flu, onto Mako Supreme they grow, but Cyanide is such a strong character. Calamitous surviving with a sliver of HP, gonna need a little help there from the Memecord squadron, but they transition, they move to the points, and it is such a big game changer for that Echo to get things done.
Oh, that is exactly what we were talking about earlier, about those tide-turning ultimates with using F. You get the double Rhine in there, you get the double Shatter. That is like, what, how many seconds that your team is stunned and on the ground and can't move at all. That is definitely going to be a game changer in the maps like these.
Yeah, Shatter is available here enough in Narbrol. Looking to control for the transition, but they are playing off the point right now. Very interesting, really seeding that high ground to begin with. And Lone charges on in. He loves pressing that charge, and he loves going for those pins. He gets rid of side the box! That is Walking with a perfect turnaround play. Grab the surge with the sound barrier to boot. Memecord right now playing the offense and the defense at the same time, and giving Calamitous a few more chances to get that Echo ultimate back online.
What do you think the WashedUpHomies need to do here in order to break through this Calamitous? Actually, the Calamitous is basically really just keeping them at bay. What do they have to do in order to get rid of this Echo over here, this pesky Echo over here just flying around?
Yeah, with the Valkyrie available for Somi and Calamitous flying on around. They do still have that McCree, which has been a good counter so far, but they have lost the momentum right here, right now. Deadeye though being primed. Saito with a pretty early deflect, and Narvel gonna lose that barrier, but not not his life. Iceball though might be able to take care of that. There we go with the charge arm and ready from Lone. Sound barrier though from Mako Supreme. And WashedUpHomies looking for the push. They catch out Narble first. So over the resurrection in No Man's Land behind Emilion is gonna get that one done. Lone though brawling yet again. Abby right now with the Blizzard. And the WashedUpHomies onto the point they go. Overtime now taking on away Saito right now trying to get that played on. And here comes Calamtas turning back into the Reinhardt. But unfortunately the point is just not taken quick enough by Memecord. And Saito gonna be a signature blade yet again. Dying at the first strike. First point taken here and now by the WashedUpHomies, and it really seems like they are not washed up at all, Mika. They are pretty on point right now at the very start of this map.
That is true, and now of course we're going to go into the second map, and this map of course has a lot of like, this is where we get a lot of environmental kills, so I don't know if people are going to switch out. There we go, we get a Winston coming in from Narbaral. Oh, but he switches back. Alright, so I think we're gonna see a lot of boops here, and possibly a lot of pulls, maybe a grab over the edge, who knows. But I think we're gonna see a lot of people flying off the edge.
I like this from Memecord. They're actually changing it up very, very drastically. It's gonna be the Brig Boy right here, right now, on the slower approach. They also have the Hanzo for some really good crossfire here on Sanctum, so you can really play the diagonals if need be. But in the meantime, it's Abby on that Doofus, and what else can be better in CQC is the punish with the punch. Abby right now looking to make things happen. Cyanide though playing the Pharah with the Mercy of Flu, and again it's gonna be the Lucian Mercy pairing, but this time it's WashedUpHomies playing that one. I feel like though, again, this is such a composition that you really want to avoid as much as possible, because that's how quickly you can get punished. Somi right now rampaging with the Brig. Ambi gonna go down at the first fight. Sanctum right now gonna be a rolling ground here down below. An absolute carnage here, and now with Lone hammering on away yet again. Sees everyone to the corner. He's gonna have the shatter already. Can go for the stun at any point in time. Walker can be caught into the corner right here, right now. Pin though will get avoided, being bounced around. But in the end, it's Memecord losing out members on the inside, but they will get the point first. Calamtas trying to disengage away. Ambi giving chase yet again. Shots now keeping on coming. The Echo closer and closer to the duplication. And oh, flip right now for WashedUpHomies as Callum is ready to turn into something else.
That's fantastic. I actually thought that WashedUpHomies were going to start it off, and it looks like they got their feet back on point anyway. I think the Ryan pick was a bad start for Memecord, but I think well, this early on in the game, and they can pick themselves up. Pretty much after this game, it's gonna be a Ryan versus Ryan battle right now. So this is very important, of course. We'll see who gets picked up first, but the Valkyrie is coming in to sustain both teams.
Well,
what do you think, Dax?
From Evan, the Valkyrie up the top, and oh, Cyanide just gonna make it rain. WashedUpHomie just getting things done, and it seems like Lamb is not really getting too much value of that duplication over there. It was an instance where he just got insta-give, and even though the duplication lets you survive as an Echo, it is actually a big deal because it knocks off your ultimate very, very quickly. So for WashedUpHomies right here, right now, they are having the advantage, 48% and counting. In the Memecord squadron, they have Somi and Evan, a pretty strong support line. They've gotten some really good numbers on our previous matches, but it seems like they're just not really finding the composition that suits them the best. They're trying to play their pocket mix, they're trying to play the Mercy again, but in the meantime, it just really isn't panning out in this day and age. Somi trying to get on the way though, and Narvo right now with the kill on the Ambi. Here we go, Chatter is available, look to get on through to the other side, and there we go with the hammer swings and again, Gravisters though will suck in 3. Sound Barrier, and the Dragon Strike Season 10 back into the fold. Saito gonna get the frags on the board. It's an easy setup there, courtesy of Bucket, and Saito is more than happy to knock it down. At least this Dragon is gonna get those kills, and for Memecord, they are gonna get the flip on back with a pretty potent combo to Boots.
That was an awesome Dragon from Saito over there. I think he took out 4 from WashedUpHomies right there.
As here for Memecord right now, playing at the forefronts. They are going to have that duplication online very, very soon. Narble in the meantime ready with that shatters. For Memecord, they are trying to play danger close and look to go for the choke, but Lone does not care what you position in. He will press that charge and he will try to get the kill. It might work here and now against Memecord as WashedUpHomie really bouncing out Narble. Can Calamitous though stay alive? He already gets out of his duplication, and then Sun instead looking like the father trying to get the push on in. 2 frags on the board for the Zarya. Cyanide getting the boop as well. Has the rocket march available, and WashedUpHomie moving already to the objective. Here comes the rain down into the blessed fields of Nepal. Calamitous trying to float on away. Here comes the beam right now. Memecord trying to disengage, but it seems like Calamitous has decided, I'm gonna go for a last stand onto the objective, buy some time with Somi. The Mercy gonna fall on down, and the blue hand side with the capture on back.
I feel like Calamitous was trying to go for a quick shatter over there by sneaking up in the enemy team behind, but that just didn't work out to his favor, and they ended up, well, washed up by the WashedUpHomies.
Yeah, Sun even with regards to John to the corner, and things look dire here from Memecord. Can anyone touch as they have already lost 2 on the right-hand side? Somi gonna be coming on back to try and get to the objective, but it's just gonna be too late. The ledge will not be home for them at all, and Washed Up Homie right now gonna be taking the first map here on our best of 4.
Now, Washed Up Homies aren't looking washed up at all. Should they change their name to just Homies? Because I think they're performing exceptionally well. Lone was, I think, like when I was watching the most, and he is incredible, of course, as an OD player, as an Open Division player. I had my eye on him, so yeah, see what you're saying.
Dude, look, Lone likes to press charge, and look at that card. 9 charge kills. If it works, it works. That's what I've seen from Lone, and if he's able to get the pins, then they're gonna look pretty good here. Now that is also a double-edged sword right now. Memecord can actually look to exploit that and his tendencies. If they find the punish on the Lone, it will just cascade into success. But it seems like right now that for Washed Up Homies that they are working with what Lone wants to do, and from there on they play the aggressor. Now, it really depends on how Memecord is gonna adjust and how they're gonna punish. But what have you seen there from Memecord, especially on the Echo there for Calamitous?
Well, I feel like, you know, everybody's still finding their footing with Echo right now. So when that ultimate comes up, because it's such a dynamic ultimate, and you have to basically be familiar with every single hero and then be able to utilize their skills properly. When that happens and when you suddenly duplicate yourself and you don't quite know what to do, those are precious seconds that you lose in that match. And I feel like Calamitous just didn't quite know what to do, and suddenly he was tanking over there in the back. And instead, he probably could have been in front with his team and during that last clash, and probably would not have fallen so easily to, I think it was Cyanide on the Pharah. But I guess in this case, the Pharah won, and the double Reinhardt, the copy Reinhardt, did not.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like there's only one real fight that Calamitous got value out of the duplicate was the time he got the shatter with the Reinhardt and really just rallied everyone together. And if Calamitous wants to get more success there on the Echo department, well, they're gonna need to figure out how to play with the Echo to begin with, how they're gonna support Calamitous when he is into those lines. And we said it before, and we'll say it again, Calamitous did show that he was a pretty big component of Memecord's success, and everyone else needs to get up to his level. Emin and Somi, though, have been doing a pretty admirable job of trying to go for the top up. Pretty big stats, actually, 23k per 10 minutes healing for Emin, 33k for Somi, but they still need to do more, and as well as try to get things done on the tank line. For Narbrel, he's the bigger side of the coin. He is really the rock that Memecord builds around on, and they're really looking for that off-tank because they don't have their normal off-tank player who has basically retired and gone to another planet, as well as the other off-tanks who are unavailable or ineligible to actually play on in the first place. So it is what it is, and that is really the departments that Memecord needs to figure things out. And once they have the proper partner here for Narbrel, it can really go a long way. They have Sweet Fry on the bench, and Akashi is also willing to flex on over, but right now they're trying Walk It Out and looking to see if it's going to be any medium of success. But anyway, Mika, we are down with one map, going to be getting into the second one, and it seems like it is going to be King's Row. What do you think? Of course, King's Row, an absolute classic, but what can you expect from our two teams?
Well, I actually have not seen Echo played over here at Kings Row yet, so I'm not quite sure how she's going to fit into this, but I think she's going to come out once again. And I do think that we might see a few Widows over here. I do know that Calamitous likes the snipers, so we might see that Peak trying to get a few frags in there in the first clash as well. And aside from that, of course, we'll probably see the usual, maybe double shield over here and possibly a Mei, because we know that that Mei wall in that first gate can be, you know, a deal breaker for like an attacking side once you shield off that Reinhardt. A charging Reinhardt, maybe, which you mentioned. Narbarol Lone likes to charge in, and if they do manage to get that pick, well, then it will be they'll be having Washed Up Homies will be having a hard time.
Yeah, we'll see how this one is gonna go for the Washed Up Homies, as they are gonna be on that defense first. Seems like they're gonna stick on with Ambi on that DPS. That's very interesting actually to note. So usually it is Ambi on the tank role, but he's flexing on over right here right now. Seems like there are a few issues in the roster, but they are good to go with the setup they are in. So Ambi Cyanide on that DPS line, and Plu and Mako Supreme playing the support instead. But in the meantime, here for Memecord, again Calamita's gonna stick on that Echo. Got some really good success early on, should continue with this approach. But Saito in the meantime, playing that Genji, looking to come on through. And for Memecord right now, every single blade gonna be a big deal. Ana right here right now as well, all about the Nano Blade. And I like this better for Memecord, looking to make things happen and looking to get things done.
Now I have a question for you, Dax. Because like with the introduction of Echo, you see a lot pocketed Echoes with the Mercy flying around. But do you think the Mercy is actually necessary to pocket Echo for her to be effective?
Oh, absolutely not. That is actually a good point. I don't think that Echo needs a Mercy. I feel like Echo should be left all to her devices, and something like the Ana would be a lot better, because the Nano Boost and the duplication is such a big game changer with any single ultimate. And I feel like teams are using the Mercy dynamic of flying on around to not really the best degree, but we'll see how that one is gonna go. I feel like Ana really is really important. Lucio Ana might be the composition of choice with the Echo to begin with. It's like a similar playstyle to how the Naked Bara works in the first place, but with that really big risk factor of being slow up in the air. So Flamta's getting some frags on the board, making this really his own turf. He doesn't really care that his team is dying on the side, because he's just looking for picks anyway everywhere else. He's already at 80%, looking for as much damage as possible. Ambi right now taking the front there. There does get the freeze stone on the Narval. Lone gonna be caught in the middle of things, and there you go. That's Memecord and what they're looking for the punish on the Lone. Resurrection right now from Somi, get him freely as well. Saito right now playing the McCree instead, and he from the Memecord gonna have a potential point of reference, and Callum gonna turn into the Mei into this one. Puts up the ice wall, looking for a chase. He needs to get close though to try and get the Blizzard on.
WashedUpHomies though are back on the point, so it seems like all of those frags might have been for nothing, but we'll see, because in comes the Blizzard over here from WashedUpHomies.
Yeah, shattered there, tossed on that. Blizzard gonna be there as well, and Memecord right now gonna get caught in the crossfire. Somi though still gonna get the resurrection, and here we go right here right now with a Garden Search from Sun. WashedUpHomies, they want to secure this fight, and they will use pretty much everything they have in this instance. The only thing left, never mind, they are withdrawing every single set in the back. This is panic buying, panic ulting at its finest, but it's not really a panic right now for WashedUpHomies. It's more of a just successful raid, and they will do anything and everything, use anything and everything to make sure that that's gonna happen.
I'm really liking how they're very controlled, actually. The WashedUpHomies, just making sure, like, you know, if they got a few, if they lost a few members, don't panic. It's okay. Just sustain, hide where you can, and not giving in to, like, say, you know, really running after that frag that could be wide open. Just really waiting for the rest of their team to get in position.
Again, Lone goes for that charge. Shatter in the meantime from Narbrol, but he's not able to actually get the catch on, unfortunately. But still, this is gonna be good enough here for the Memecord squadron. And Nano Boost onto the Genji. It is not close whatsoever to get that blade on, but at least it's a safe time there for Saito. And Narval realizing the situation, sees Lone charging on in, and that is Memecord right now taking the forefront, getting this first point. But something to note here for WashedUpHomies, Ambi is taking a lot of damage actually, and he's really filling up a pseudo tank role when his team needs him the most.
Well, Mei has always been known as like one of those hidden tanks in Overwatch, and a lot of people, oh, there goes Lone charging in again. Mei has always been known as that hidden secondary tank, or third tank rather, in this 2-2-2 composition.
Yeah, Blizzard though, the Blizzard used up and doesn't really get too much. Callum Narbrawl though, gonna be turning into Reinhardt, and they will be trying to break the Sage Wall as soon as possible, hammering on the way yet again. Farstrike now gonna get tossed on over, Lone gonna be out in front, and Callum goes for a shatter, but he's not gonna get it. Gets blown up instead. Narbrawl right now with the pin, Dead Idol being prime by Cyanide. Can he get a target? And clicks heads onto the two tanks in the forefront. Callum now gonna get caught, but it's time for Saito to get the blade on. Can he get the kill? Yes, he does! Saito actually getting kills with the blade! 1 and 2! Memecord right now getting the advantage on, and they will be able to get the push to a pretty big degree on the second points.
Wow, I really thought that WashedUpHomies were gonna come back there, but Memecord, really, Saito coming in with that blade, saved the day, I think, and allowed Memecord to regroup and stabilize.
Yeah, Fire Strike right now tossed by Narble, and Lone gonna be in position to get the contest on. Both Shatters gonna be online very soon, but we'll see who can get the stun on who. Grab the Surge right now into play. Narble gonna get pinned up by Lone, but it's gonna be Lone right now, and oh, Narble to the floor! Lone went for the Shatter, Cyanide right now, gonna get 3 frags on the board, and the Kree is going click click bang, and another one biting the dust in the wind as Amon gonna fall on down. WashedUpHomies again with another solid defense.
that charge did pay it off for Lone this time. They were able to hold the point. So I guess if they played their cards right, because they only have the coalescence coming in, while Memecord has a shatter, and they probably could have Nano Ryan coming up, and Calamitous is there as well. Probably a double Reinhardt once again, as we saw
there you
earlier.
go.
And
There you go. Will he actually go for the Nano Boost though? Callum has the shatter. He goes for the shatter onto nothing, but he doesn't care. He's just rampaging. And the hammer gonna be swinging on away. Memecord will decide double Ryan is the way to go. And here comes another stun. It is just nowhere safe to be on this lovely, lovely Earth because the Earth shatters from Memecord.
This complete chaos with Echo. You see one Reinhardt holding up the shield, and you see another charging in with the shatter. So it's just an example of just how much chaos Echo can really cause.
It's like No Limits is in Comp again. It feels like Season 1 because of Echo.
It does, yes. When you have everybody
coin flip! Where's my coin flip? Where's my coin flip? That is how you win games. Fuck the coin flip, but I'm going for the blade. Gets the deflect on the Cyanide. That's a well-timed deflect there. But unfortunately, Cyanide is swinging it at absolutely nothing alone right now. Going for the shatter. Will get blocked up by Narbrawl. Speaking of Narbrawl, he's now boosted up. And I like this here from Narbrawl. He has woken on up and unleashing the beast. And we don't brought back to life by Mako Supreme, flying on around right now with that Valkyrie. Saito in the meantime with the kill on Tsukuru, and Sun blowing himself up as well. Onto the Mei we go. Onto the Mercy as well. Saito right now getting the frags on with a little help there from Bucket. And Ambi, such an interesting spot, doesn't have the blizzard whatsoever, staggering himself in this instance, and the payload coming closer and closer to the end of the map. Here we go though.
And the question is, can the WashedUpHomies actually come back, even though they have nothing in their... Well, no, they cannot. They cannot come back. And I think that Memecord just really utilized, oh my gosh, that double Ryan play. I love it. I love it so much. It's chaos, but I do. I mean, what are you gonna do when you have these two Titans rushing at you?
Initiating match.
Alright, that seems to be taken care of. I don't know if we're still alive, because Billy gave us a heads up a while ago that
So what's up? WashedUpHomies gonna be on the attack this time. Mika, what do you think about this upcoming composition? What's gonna be going on into this next round?
well, I think Calamitous has gotten the hang of this Echo and really loving that double Ryan combat. Now they have a Batiste in the picture as well, so we're gonna see a lot of sustainability coming on the side of Memecord over here. See if it is enough, because WashedUpHomies also have that Mei and the Pharah coming in, so probably gonna be a dogfight over here.
Yeah,
with
that's
the
true.
Echo Mercy and the Fa Mercy.
Yeah, Farm Mercy versus Echo Mercy. We'll see who's going to be superior in those stratospheres. It's like two Raptors really dancing one another into the atmosphere. And in this instance, it's going to be Memecord looking to defend. They got the full cap. Very impressive here on King's Row, but WashedUpHomies will not go down without a fight. And this is really a big point that they're trying to make, because Cyanide on his signature Pharah will be working alongside Blue on the Mercy. In the meantime, Lloyd going for the charge onto the Ice Wall, but here comes the counter charge, and Narbrawl going to survive with the Eye Field into play. Perfect play there from M1, using the Batiste to a good degree, and Memecord surviving right here, right now, but Ambi is in a pretty interesting spot. Can they get the punish on? Ice will now set on up yet again. Calamitous still flying on around, getting the shots as much as possible. Throws down some sticky bounce down below. Low now gonna get takedown on the Narbrawl, and Team Memecord having to hide on back without their Reinhardt. It seems like frags going in favor of WashedUpHomies as Lone charges through and catches Somi.
And this looked like complete chaos for a second, but it seems like the WashedUpHomies have everything under control, and they were able to really push Memecord out of there. It looks like both charges from the Reinhardt didn't quite work out the way they planned, but it does work out in the favor of WashedUpHomies.
Lone charge, come on, I will actually show on cam. So he threaded the needle and charged through doors just to catch out Somi. And he's gonna do it again and catches out Narbrawl. Lone is an absolute magnet right now, and everyone is just sucked in.
definitely.
It's just Lone is really finding these charges, and if the charge connects, well, that is a lot of damage. If the charge catches one member out and there is no punish into the backline, and that will be advantage here for WashedUpHomies. So really, the absolute barbarian nature honestly of Lone playing this Reinhardt, working out to a good degree here for WashedUpHomies against Memecord, but at the same time, WashedUpHomies playing a very strong ult economy game. They should have almost 6 of these ultimates ready to go for this next fight.
That's right. I mean, throughout these past matches, WashedUpHomies looking really good, utilizing their ults because they usually have a full house in, and so that fits them really, really well with the splashes.
Interesting, Memecord is actually using these ultimates and WashedUpHomies is not, but as I say that, here comes the Cole, here comes Valkyrie, and it seems like the WH Squadron going for the flip on over. Gravity Surge gonna get the catch on. They survived against those ults. Gravity Surge right now from Wookid, but there's not enough follow-up, and the WH Squad is gonna be looking pretty clean right now, going for the push on in. Somi gonna be all alone, and the pistol whip will just fall on over. Alone with the takedown there. WashedUpHomies right now coming closer and closer to the second points, and a very impressive offense right now from the blue hand side.
What an incredibly well-placed grab from Sun over there. And that basically took out the entire team. Was that not quite, or almost?
Yeah, Blizzard gonna be into play, and it's just so much momentum right now for WashedUpHomies. Frags on the board all around, getting picked after pick, and Ambi gonna be out in the forefront yet again. Narval, though, interesting enough, swaps over to the Roadhog, and Wookid moving over to the Orisa instead. And what do you think right now? Hall took might allow Memecord to get the picks that they need.
Possibly, and they might also be looking to sustain. Everybody who's gone up against a Roadhog knows how irritating that heal can be, that major heal. I mean, you can just have a Road solo sustaining the point over there, but Bob is coming in right now and doing some not major damage at all because he gets frozen. Instead tries to go for Lone, but no, Bob will go down, just like that.
Bob is just there to stall that payload, but it seems like Memecord is gonna need more than that. They need to get the frags, and the App Matrix trying to get that one done. Lono gonna get the kill yet again. Wookid in the meantime still staying in the forefront. The Reinhardt though hammering on away, frag after frag after frag, and Calandus trying to get the touch on, but the payload is already at the tail end, and that is a big lead here for WashedUpHomies. 144 for Memecord. They are gonna be on the attack first, but at the same time, WashedUpHomies defending at the initial part of the second round, and that's a really big landmark to work on, and a big time bank for errors and margins to work into the future.
That's definitely true. I'm not sure what Memecord can pull out of their hats within just under 2 minutes, but WashedUpHomies over here have 4 minutes and 10 seconds, and that is enough to build a lot of sustainability. That is a lot to. There's a lot of pressure going on in Memecord right now, and we'll see if they, play their cards right. We'll see if they have, if maybe their DPS can pick up a few quick frags so that they can push this payload all the way to the end.
Yeah, only built to serve, but right now it seems like Memecord is only built to try and play out Calamitous on the attack, but on the defensive end, they have fallen on apart. They had a pretty strong attack, honestly. They were winning at clashes to a really solid degree, and look at Calamitous right now with 15 kills on the board out of 35, but on that defense, they just literally rolled on over and allowed WashedUpHomies to do exactly what they wanted to do. 60 kills there for Alone. He's been getting charges, he's been getting damage done, and the only one doing better than him right now on the DPS department on his team is Cyanide, who you should expect to get some really good potency with the far up in the air.
But Cyanide right now not bringing out his signature fire, instead bringing out somebody who I haven't seen really long time.
Soldier
Why do you
76.
think he switched on over to the Soldier?
So he wants to play that hit scan, expecting the Echo actually coming back from Calamitous, but right now he's dealing with the Widowmaker instead, and this is actually good here from Memecord. They're transitioning on over to the high ground, forcing Cyanide to run on away, and this is going to be a slow and steady push to try and get them to the low ground. But right here, right now, Cyanide dropping on down, Calamitous has swapped on back to the Reaper instead, and it really is reminiscent of LAG right now, as Memecord going to be going for the bait and switch. They turned it over to a CQC lineup, and this is the expectations I have from Memecord. They have some really strong game knowledge, but it's either they don't use it or they just forget. They just decide to go for the shots, and this time they have realized their potential, and they are able to get that first point pretty handily. Calamitous is tearing everyone apart with the shotguns. Gonna be even seeing potentially Cyanide fly up into the air, ignoring though the Pharah, not gonna be the best target here for the Reaper. I turn back into a hit scan into the future. Anyway though,
right
Calamitous
now we are
shots now onto Lone. staying alive though with that reform. Pretty effective here from Memecord to stem the tide.
Lone here being really aggressive with Calamitous, really determined to get him down, knowing that he is key right now. And you're not gonna see Brian versus Brian because they have Diva and dead, but Lone is definitely hellbent on dealing as much damage as he can, swinging away.
And not pretty here for Somi flying on the round. Can Narbro survive? That could have been huge there from Memecord to get the stall on, but Somi needs to touch that payload and has to go for a resurrection. It just doesn't happen. Overtime not ticking away. And if only Narbro survived, but Saito gonna sacrifice his life and his blade to get the touch on. Will get pinned on the way by Lone. Walking right now, trying to make it through. Does the boosters come back in time? No, Mako Supreme says, no sir, you're not going through that way. The whip shot to get the boop on, and WashedUpHomies gives up the first points, but will only give up the first parts of the second area.
I feel like Memecord pulled out their best, or their the aces up their sleeve too soon. Possibly in that match, maybe they could have saved it for that last portion, that tunnel, that really tricky tunnel wherein you only have really just, you know, those two narrow little slits at the size of the payload to really just, you know, deal some damage. What do you think, Dax?
I think the Reaper swap was really smart because Cyanide was expecting to fight the Widowmaker in CQC, and surprise, surprise, the Reaper is just going to be able to destroy that once. Memecord playing a very good strat of pushing them from high to low ground. But after that, they saw the Pharah swap and Calamitous lingering a little too long. He could have gone back, or Saito could have actually swapped on over to the McCree instead. But the bigger picture there from Memecord was they overextended just a little bit and allowed Lone to do exactly what he wanted to do yet again. Charge on out, get those picks, and easily take down everyone and anyone. And for Memecord, it was such a sliver of hope there. Narbrel had the Primal raise, and they could have counted on that, honestly. It could have been a stall with a Primal, but unfortunately there came the freeze and there came the CC, and in the end the Gorilla never got angry, just fell on over and died. And so it's a really, really sad nature documentary there from Memecord. But WashedUpHomies right now looking to make an urban warfare here and now on the streets of Kings Row, as they are going to be on the attack and have a big time bank to work on.
And we're going to see that halt hook composition again from Memecord over here, knowing that they experienced some success with that in their last match. They're going to try to replicate that over here.
Bar Mercy right here, right now from Cyanide, and Flu yet again, really the signature heroes here for Cyanide. And he's just going to be flying on around, getting top up on, and Bucket will get caught by Lone. So no Roadhog there for Lone. He went back to the Reinhardt. Zarya stun, getting frags on the board as well. And WashedUpHomies like now looking pretty potent. Half a minute in, gets the capture. Calamitous is the one on his Genji, but at the same time, it's going to take a while for him to get the ultimates in to begin with. And trying to get the dash onto the bar right now, going for the brawl against Cyanide. It's just not going to happen, Mika. And WashedUpHomies, just all over the points, all over the objective, all over Memecord, and looking to take the victory here and now.
And of course, they only have 40 meters left, and they have 3 minutes, just 3 minutes to go. They have a lot of time, and the Memecord over here barely has anything, and in comes the shatter from Lone, and Lone just going ham over here with assistance from Sun, of course, pulling in some frags, taking down Saito and Narvaral. And I think this just leaves them wide open to push that payload.
Yeah, that ice wall blocking the coalescence. The payload closer and closer to the end. We do have Bucket though on the inside, gonna get pinned on that yet again. We'll get pooped around. Cyanide though gonna make it rain, and one more time, it's just gonna be a fireworks display here for WashedUpHomies as they will take Kings Row, take the 2-0 lead in a 2-round affair. 5-4 there, their final score. Could have been closer for Memecord, but on the defense, they kind of slipped back to a more washed up way.
And I saw how Lone really here just, you know, just utilize, you mentioned that he does like to chart, just utilize it and just decided, you know what, they're just gonna go over here. I am the DPS now, and just swinging through all of these.
It's all damage right now from Lone, and of course you can rely on Cyanide as well, but Memecord has to do a better job of punishing Lone, because again, charge kills his card, charge kills his name. It left them with the left shift, and it is what it is though, but that is a well-deserved victory for WashedUpHomies. If Memecord cannot adjust, if Memecord cannot answer back to whatever Lone is trying to do with the rest of the squad, well, they still need to deal with Cyanide, they still need to deal with the rest of the crew, and it's just not happening right now for Memecord. But hey, it was a 5-4 score. It could have gotten closer there. It went the long haul, and pretty impressive from both sides.
what do you think Memecord needs to do going into this next map? I think we're going into escort next, right? What do you think they need to do? I mean, you did mention they tend to overextend. They do tend to be a little overconfident, maybe. What compositions and what do you think they need to rethink in their gameplay in order to make this map work?
Well, I really think for meme core, the biggest tool of the trade right now would be to deal with loan. Because once they deal with loan, they can deal with cyanide, and once they deal with cyanide and loan, they can work together to get rid of everyone else. For Narbrawl, he had some right ideas there, especially on the attack of meme cord. There were times they're finding the opportunities to really get the CC on into the back line and just dominate the action from there. So if they can work on that just a little more, and that will be the show. For WashedUpHomies, in the meantime, they're doing an admirable job with the flexes, especially on Ambi's side. In the meantime, Lone is getting a big medium of success with the charge, and there you go. The Shatter Warfare hasn't really been the biggest. It hasn't really been all about the mind games of who's going to be shielding who, because either of the two Reinhardts are just hammering on away. And being the DPS, it's basically turned into that. It's basically turned into 3 DPS in this instance.
That's right, and I think that's exactly what we saw in King's Row there. And also to point out, I guess a charging Reinhardt will only work well if you have a good Zarya that has his timing down, right down pat. And I think Sun really accomplished that. I mean, we saw him on the kill feed way too many times, I think, and it was just I feel like he just played it so effortlessly, utilizing knowing that Lone was so aggressive and just really utilizing that charge on all of those.
Exactly, exactly. And I just wanna actually ask you, Mika, something. Since you're Echo right now, give us some voice lines. Give us some voice lines while we are doing our mid-match break. Since we can't really get our courtside reporter here because she's already here. She's a
You need
caster
me
now, apparently.
to entertain you. I actually haven't memorized all voice
Anyone?
lines. What
How
are
do you say it? Probably Jalot? Jalot or something like double confirmed.
what's the
Something
other
Singlish. Okay, no, this is what you do.
There's another.
Listen, leave the lobby right now. Listen
Leave
to
the
one of
lobby?
them, and then
Okay.
come back and execute. We have to
Okay,
execute.
okay.
This is the
All right,
content
all
we're
right.
looking for.
I will do that. Dax has given me homework, so
It's not homework. It's work right now. It's literally do this just right now for the stream. Since you already went all the way and did the cosplay, you better give us a voice line, Mika. You know, make the SEA community proud of your cosplay.
okay. That's how she says it.
Okay, okay.
Jalat.
Okay. Wow. Isa pa, isa pa, isa pa.
What?
We gotta do the accent. You gotta
I
do a
feel
little bit of
like
the accent.
this is going to be like blackmail for me in the future or something.
Everything is
With
blackmail.
The tone in
No,
your voice.
on my YouTube list, it's already Mika Fabula TED Talk. Same. So you
Hush!
cannot go anywhere else already. It's not
Oh,
it's not gonna happen, okay? It's not
Was
gonna happen. It's
double
saved.
confirmed.
Nope.
Double
Look at that.
confirmed.
Look at that. Go. Go ahead. Take the lead.
What is it?
One more for good measure.
You can learn something from every situation.
Voice actor confirmed, double confirmed actually. So there you go, guys. Not only is she a caster, a host, a producer, a courtside reporter, and basically the best person you can ever hire for anything. Hire Mika
Okay,
Fabula
let
for
me back
everything,
in,
guys.
please.
Okay,
Let
here
me
you go.
back
Back into the lobby. Get back here. Stop flexing on all as normal people your amazing skill. As we are gonna go into map number 3, and don't forget, guys, Mika Fabula here is also a professional player, captain of Team Overwine. Even though they haven't really had the success that they're looking for, but they are gonna get there one day. I believe.
I'm face palming here, Dax. I'm face palming. Why?
Are you sure?
Why
Are
do
you
this to
sure?
me?
Are you sure?
Yes,
Look,
yes,
you
I'm
gotta
on camera. You can see it.
You can see that, but you know what else you can see? It seems like we are timing our game to get into Junkertown. Both sides are ready to go, no substitutions whatsoever, and it is on the 6v6 warfare into Junkertown. So here we go with our maps and our map results. Kings Road taking there on a second round victory by WashedUpHomies, but at the same time, now we're going into Junkertown, all about snipers, and I like this map pick here for the Memecord crew, because they have some really good hit scan players all around. But hey, let's get into the fray right here, right now, and again, get some takeaway here at Qual Express, as Junkertown gonna be our map of choice.
Junkertown is also, I mean, this first point is so open and it's so vast, so that leaves it wide open again for Calamitous to bring out the Echo if he wants to, and Cyanide to bring out the Pharah because they have all that room to fly around into the open, wild Australian outback.
You know, one other thing though, since we are in the Australian outback and it's wide open, and they do whip those out, they can really be met by any kind of hit scan on the other side. And oh, okay, so Memecord's like same thing as Overwatch apparently. Seems like they watch your game, Mika, and they're like, no, we're not gonna play the map. We are gonna play CQC, we are gonna fight them, and it works out if you are able to get in position, but I like strategy from Calamitous. His Widowmaker is really one of the best in the scene. If he can play that hit scan pretty well, practicing in any kind of game that lets you shoot people, then it is pretty much gonna be the same kind of deal to begin with. Headshots are gonna be key right now for Calamitous, but in the meantime, it seems like for Memecord, they are gonna be playing a payload-centric approach. Orisa Roadhog with the Mei, and in the meantime, it's Mercy Zed. Aside though, moving over to the support role, Somi gonna be playing that Mei. And I think like they put Somi on that DPS just in case they feel like it's time to whip out that Echo. Because Somi has been practicing the Echo on and off stream and has really been a pretty much force to be reckoned with in the ladder.
And right now, of course, Calamitous going right in and trying to get that first frag, sneaking over here on the left-hand side. Waiting for the team to get in there and seeing if he can get a pick right here. Goes for the Moira, but that does not work. Lone coming over here, just really trying to hold and stop this payload. Going for the Mei.
Oh, this Calamitous actually going inside and gets rid of Cyanide. Looking for another one, but Memecord has already lost out into the frontal warfare. Lone again with the charge, this time gonna get discorded on upside to making sure that they can get the damage done. And I feel like the strategy here for the Mercy Zen from Memecord side is they are gonna be looking for the bonfire on the Lone. They are gonna be looking to melt that Reinhardt as quick as can be and let Calamitous take care of the rest of the TLs on the other side. Here goes the bubble. Lone Sun, as you said, has been doing a really good job at getting the bubble on. Every single time Lone charges, give him the bubble. Keep him alive, let him do what he wants to do, and it's Lone again with the shatter, gets the sun onto two, even gonna pin the spawn for no absolute reason, but just to do it. And WashedUpHomies right now defending by the first minutes.
Memecord over here just really having some trouble just making it out that front door, despite Calamitous Widow over here doing some work, but it's really just not getting the frags that he needs to.
Look at the meantime, we're gonna be looking to get into the forefront to Zarya Sun in behind. And there we go, the Ice Wall, and here comes the Blizzard now. Ambi getting the Zone of Frost. And Narbrawl still gets frozen at the corner. Goodbye, Narbrawl. Lily, come on, be careful. Don't fall off the edge. And Cyanide now fragging on out on the inside. WashedUpHomies realizing that they can play on indoors. Indoors is the safest way to be in, especially in a quarantine. And even in the Overwatch, apparently they're gonna do the same. Calamitous though, trying to get into the back line, making sure that he can get the snipe board too, but here comes Mackle Supreme as well as the Moira Flu. And WashedUpHomies right now, defending yet again. 2 minutes already elapsed, and Memecord looking free, worse for wear.
And Lone really getting mad at Calamitous right there and going for that long charge way on the other side. And in comes another charge. This time he takes out 3 from the team, and that will push Memecord back even further. Calamitous as usual, the last one standing, but he will go down to that Lucio.
So, interesting enough, Memecord is playing the investment game. They have realized that they can potentially back up their ultimates, and they will have around 4 of them ready to go. Swap still coming online, and yes, Memecord will play that close quarter playstyle. Still no Lucio though, even playing that Mei and the Reaper, which is still very interesting here for the Memecord squadron. Is Lucio banned or something? Because we've seen this issue on 2 teams today, one being Mika's team already. You gotta play that Lucio sometimes, guys, and there you go, the Sound Baron from Mako, allowing the team to disengage, but at the same time, with the ultimate advantage here from Memecord, they are going to be able to bully their way to victory. Calamitous is just holding W, holding L1, and just pointing and clicking everywhere and anywhere he wants to see. So Mika, I want to ask you that real question actually for your team. Just a quick little tidbit. Why did you play the Lucio until it was way too late?
Actually, it was really just since this was the point where we were kind of just like really out of it already. We were going with comfort picks. We were being a little experimental as we can. So comfort. Lucio was a comfort pick for one of our supports, so he decided just to go with it.
Yeah, so, but here from Memecord, you already know the comfort picks. Eamon and Somi, both Mercy mains. Saito in the meantime can flex on over to that support. You play that Zenyatta, you can probably play that Ana too, but we'll see how this is gonna pan out. Mercy's in, pretty old school about getting damage. If you want to really fulfill damage though, you go for the Zen Batiste instead. But hey, right here, right now, Saito going for the shots. Ambido gonna drop on down Sun right now with the grab on Surge, and it's gonna be the trans into play. Flu gonna get the frag on the board. Mako Supreme with the takedown there. Saito in the meantime trying to get on away, but the Zenyatta blowing the Transcendence and gonna get blown out of the sky. It's Mako Supreme even turning around, trying to get Calamitous. The Reaper trying to get the frags on the board yet again, but it just isn't happening. Still though, same scenario. Look at Memecord. Half of their kills, courtesy of Calamitous. 90% participation right now in pretty much every single elimination. And honestly, you can say Calamitous is really carrying this team on his back.
Do you feel like Memecord has probably played out this composition for a little too long? Narbrawl, I guess, going for that Rhine versus Rhine battle now while Calamitous flags. But do you think that they can hang on as much as they can with this Zen Mercy?
Okay, as the Blizzard and the Shatter do come, I do want to point out that this composition is pretty good here on the second point because it's very, very narrow down below. But WashedUpHomies is playing this very, very well. They're playing from the high ground, dropping down below, and that lets the clean up. My only mistake though, it's Calamitous actually with 5 kills there, 50% kill participation, around 40% right now. Read the stats wrong, but hey, he has been doing a lot of work with the Widowmaker as well as the Reaper and really showing on up for his team. For WashedUpHomies, pretty good coordination from them, but right now with Lone, he will get punished, and here comes the Dead Blossom down below. Calamitous still gonna get torn apart by Sun, and that is another point of contention here for WashedUpHomies, because I feel like Sun is getting some really good value from the Zarya. He's getting the bubbles onto Lone just in time, and that is pretty much free energy for the Zarya to boot. Look, trying to get on away. Memecord right now losing members left, right, and center. An advantage right now here for the Memecord. Quadrum will dissipate. They tried to go for the pick onto the Reinhardt. They were able to do so, but it just didn't lead to anything else. Bioticard even chasing after Calamitous. That has to hurt.
And he's brought out the Widow on that first point. Ambi over here on the maze says that I can play that sniper game too. And just basically wipes out everybody on Memecord on that last clash. Even as Lone wasn't there to provide a shield.
Yeah, Arbo right now though does have the shatter, but still high ground taken right here right now. For WashedUpHomies, if they get displaced though, they might get punished here and now, but instead they'll do the displacing themselves. Gravity Surges are into play, twin black holes right here right now. Mako Supreme with the Transcendence as well. And frags on the board here and now for the WashedUpHomies. Again with a pretty clean sweep. Again with a pretty solid fight. An advantage yet again here for the blue hand side in anything that's Memecord is trying to do even pan out to begin with. Seems like it's not going to be the case whatsoever, and it's time for overtime as Rooket's going to be onto the Wrecking Ball, will get pinned on over, will get taken down. Here comes the Shatter right here, right now. Lone going for the frags on the board. Coalesce is going to be into play, and the Blizzard will get the zone on to force the C9. No one can touch whatsoever, and Memecord going to be stuck on the halfway mark here on Junkertown. Similar shades, and will it be the same case on our second match on to tonight?
I feel like actually on the side of WashedUpHomies, because Lone is so fond of charging, probably defense was their weaker side, so I think they're actually just gonna steamroll this on attack.
Yeah, we'll see how this one is really gonna go on the attacking side, but side's gonna be swapped into this one, and it's WashedUpHomies going on the attack right here, right now. They only need to get halfway through to the point. They just need to get takeout, basically. That's all they need to do. Sit down on a chair like this, open up shop, and get some dim sum. It's pretty much the way to go here for WashedUpHomies. A really good trip to the market. You know, it's a little hard right now in this day and age, but it is what it is, and WashedUpHomies will really struggle for the dim sum that they want. I want dim sum right now. I think we have frozen shoppa downstairs or something.
I think we talked about this last week too. I think we also mentioned dim sum or some kind. No, it was ramen because it's Mamanagi. So yeah, shifting around the scenes right now.
Yeah, you know, yeah, you gotta get some snacks. You gotta get that food. And right now, WashedUpHomies is feasting on Memecord. They have a 30 kill advantage from that one round. That is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous stat right now. And 8 of them on Lone. 8 of them actually on Flu. 11 of them on Cyanide. And the support line getting some really good frags on the board. A big assist round here for Flu as well. 30 out of 43 kills. That's a high mark. That's a high number. That's over 50%. Just spitballing there, guys. But hey, another frag on the board. WashedUpHomies right now with the kill on Calamitous. that is just gonna be so difficult right now as the Echo will go down to the hand of Callum. Son even gonna get on the board, going for the push on in. Lone right now with a charge as well. WashedUpHomies going for the push right here right now. And the Zarya trying to get on the way. Walker going for the bounce. It's just not happening. Cyanide all throughout. Perfect tracking right here right now. WashedUpHomies in the lead and getting a clear sight line of the gates of Junkertown.
Meanwhile, Ambi over there just flexing, just emoting, because all he has to do is sit pretty on the payload and just have that eyes ready. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is just doing damage already at the second point, making sure boxing out, making sure that the red hand side does not get in. But I don't think it's gonna be too hard for WashedUpHomies over here.
Yeah, because the Zenyatta side is trying to go for the pokes, and Calamitous cannot go through the gates because of the Widowmaker sideline. Somi though, gonna be going for the recall, dropping on down yet again, but only a slipper of HP. Someone else needs to touch, and they have given none up. They are not gonna go for the touch, they are not gonna go for the contest. Memecord right now, looking more of the last month's meme right there, as the WashedUpHomies, they're done with their laundry, and they are folded it back home, as they're getting frags on the board yet again. Tactical Visor right now, Cyanide really not needing it whatsoever. He's been getting some really good tracking overall, but Callum right now is gonna turn into Cyanide as well. Soldier 76 versus the 2. It's a pretty big mirror matchup, but there you go with the support line. Callum though close to the Tactical Visor, gonna have his available. It's time to go for the tracking and so for the drop on down. Sees an easy kill onto the Widowmaker, and hey, at least the duplicates gonna allow a little bit of the stem of that tide to start going back in favor of Memecord.
I feel like the Calamitous was really switched on over to the Echo to try and duplicate the success that they had on the previous maps. A little bit of success that they had on the previous maps, especially with that double Rhine play. But right now, it just doesn't seem to be working. He doesn't seem to be able to take, to get that much opportunity out of these clashes.
Yeah, and right now for WashedUpHomies, they are able to just get on the board yet again. Feels like the swap of roles here. For Memecord, not really working out. Somi is unable to really get any eliminations to his name. 10 assists with 11 deaths, not really the best late here and now for our Reaper. But Calamity's gonna be able to get the touch, and Lone catches out Emon. You gotta be able to dodge those, Emon. That's a Lucia right now, trying to go for the speed boost, but hey, I have felt the other side of the coin as well. I have felt getting charged on, and right now Mako Supreme going for that Sandfire, allowing Lone to charge yet again. Flew in the meantime, fragging out. This Moira has been on point with finding those kills, finding the assists, getting the healing done, and the graphic search right now just gonna be the icing on the cake chatter right there for celebration. And victory right now for WashedUpHomies. Emon gonna go for the touch yet again. The Lucia brought out, but again it's too late. And one more map, but WashedUpHomies has taken this match 3-0 already. They have secured their score, they have secured their mark here in the New Wave Invitationals, and they are looking for the clean sweep into map number 4 as play of the game goes over to Woken on that Zarya.
I'm really a fan of this Luxon tandem over here, and really getting a lot of success out of it. It's been 2 maps already, and they haven't changed out of that Zarya and Rhine partnership that they have. It looks to be really working.
Yeah, it's all about the tank line right now with the plays from Son and Lon, as you said. Charges again for Mr. Lon, and Son in the meantime surviving, always being ready with the bubbles, and that is just the biggest facet of WashedUpHomies right now. Really good shout out to Blue, always on point. It seems like the Moira is very in position, in sync with whatever the rest of the team is trying to do. And that just allows WashedUpHomies to really gather a lot of success in their favor. But hey, that is Junkertown taken there by WashedUpHomies 2-1. It seems like Memecord falling apart yet again. And as we said before, it really goes to show the star power here for Memecord. But at the same time, it's just not enough if your whole team isn't playing up to par.
That's right, and I think that, like, for example, the tech partnership here between Arbor and Woket is just not as sync as Lone and Sons. What composition do you think they should be working with their play styles over here? Because probably the Halt Hook just didn't work, and neither did the Reinhardt. What do you think they should be working with? Like, what are their strengths in this case?
I really think you gotta get that Lucia out for the side of Memecord. They have really shown the tendency to play that Reaper for Calamitous, and basically, if they are able to play into that, if they are able to get a support line that they really want to in the first place, to allow the rest of their squad to play in a manner that allots them those kills, the Lucia is going to be a big deal for that. So Emon will have to do that one for them. I really think the Lucia Ana will be the best answer here for Memecord, because the Mercy is just not working. The Mercy is just not enough, especially if you're not going to be playing a Pharah for so long. Especially if you're not going to see Somi actually whip out the pistol and play his old school tactics that allowed him to do more on the Mercy to begin with. It really isn't the Mercy's day right now in the meta. You can play it in certain compositions, you can play it in a few different things, but WashedUpHomies, with the fact that you're playing the aggressor, you're gonna need more damage here from Memecord. Zen Batiste can be something else, just to crack down on Lon as quickly as can be. They need to find a way to get the focus on, and they had the right idea earlier on in Junkertown to play that Zen, but again with the Mercy, it's just not doing much. That's what I really feel. And also coordination again. Narbrawl is trying to play with Walked for basically the first time, and compared to Lone and Sun, I feel like Lone is the newest addition though to the WashedUpHomies squad. This is more or less ambi stack, but Lone added on in. But overall, it seems like they're familiar with a playstyle like that, and they have been doing such a good job on to the NewWaveInvitationals. And guys, I would say though, WashedUpHomies is the squad that has the highest SR of all our teams. So the weight-based SR system will really hurt them the most into the future. But against a team like Memecord, and I guess against a team like Bomb and Nagi, if they fight into the future, they will be able to play their full roster. And it seems like this is a good indication right now of what they have in store for the Invitationals. But here we go with map number 4. We are going to get it double confirmed, and it is going to be Temple of Anubis. The defense can be started things off.
Don't you love Anubis, Dax?
I love Anubis. Don't you love Anubis, Mika?
I have very vivid
Memories of this map. Oh, of regrets. Is that all the regrets I hear right there? But yeah, a victory is just being taken there by WashedUpHomies again and again and again. Apparently their logos haven't been displayed, but Nepal, Kings Row, and Junkertown all taken by the Soap squad. And what can Memecord really do to wash off this flavor and figure out a map win, at least, besides changing up that support line? What else? What do you think has been the strongest facets of Memecord so far?
You know what? I really think they need to. I know that Calamitous is really one of the powerful players that they have on their roster. So I really think they need to utilize him more and really protect, give him space for him to do some damage. Maybe that could be key. Maybe it could also be, they have to change up their lineup a little bit. Probably toss in a Symmetra or a Sombra just to mix some things in there. But I don't know if they're comfortable with that. But I feel like that could possibly just turn the tide for them, because their standard lineup right now doesn't seem to be working on any of the maps. So you probably need a do-over. You probably need a wild card in there somewhere.
Yep, and WashedUpHomies there take those 3 maps already 2-1 on Junkertown after a long fought affair on Kings Row. But Temple of Anubis now gonna be our next map, and this is map 4 out of 4. There is gonna be no map number 5 yet again, as WashedUpHomies has secured this match win already. But it's all about map score here and now in the New Wave Invitationals, and let's get into the action. Onto the deserts we go again, but this time onto a more standard one. It's gonna be the Egyptian sarcophagus here and now, and onto the pyramids we go. As Temple of Anubis gonna be housing a little bit of their little secrets, but Memecord right now has to be out in the open and figures things out on this offense.
In your experience, Dax, what do you think are the best heroes to bring out on this map? Because this is a very specific map. It's a sniper-friendly map as well, but we also see a lot of Pharahs come out the Temple of Anubis as their home base, so to say.
Hey, I remember for Team PH, we're gonna figure out what to do here. And when we did figure it out, we just couldn't do it. So it was like, play me Reaper, run here, run here, run here, run here, run here. That was the strat, and if you die, this time run here and go all the way. So you can play a style like that. You can play something that Memecord has already played, the May Reaper, or something that allows you to play in CQC will be potent, especially as the standard play areas of Temple of Anubis are on the high grounds, so they can really beat them back, force them off. But it's going to be explosive warfare here and now. This is more of the ladder experience here for WashedUpHomies. They're playing both the Pharah and the Junkrats, one for spam, one for more spam, but in a different angle, and this is going to be looking for killing blows, as 43% already for Cyanide, 8 seconds in, halfway to his ultimate. Very impressively done here from WashedUpHomies.
That's right. He is already at 64% right now, so probably in the next clash or even in this clash, we could see a barrage coming in right away. But in the meantime, we have Memecord over here desperately trying to push in while Lone comes in for the charge. And that doesn't seem to be bothering WashedUpHomies at all. Calamitous is trying to do some damage, really hunting down that Mercy. And experience some success over there. But they still can't seem to push in right now because it seems like it's just a one-for-one trade on both sides.
Well, like this here from Memecord, they have turned it up to 11, and they have realized that they are strong on the offense, that they are looking to just dominate these fights. And with Disruption, that is the best thing they can do. I love this composition now from Memecord. It really suits them. Echo Genji with the aggressive dive. Calamitous will be left to do his own devices. The Lucian of Moira will not allow Calamitous to get any real healing, except that little bit of the healing boost from the Lucio. But Calam not turning into the Pharah all alone. Really gonna go for the dogfight against Cyanide, but that's easy hits there. And into the Rocket Barrage we go. Way too ambitious there from Calamitous. Will just stop the push here from Memecord at the very start. And you cannot do that against Cyanide. He's on his signature hero. You don't have a Mercy to pocket you, and you will lose out a fight like that. Could have been better to actually get out Lone. Could have been better to get out Ambi to get that Reptar going, but it just doesn't happen. And Calamitous not going to be coming on back. But as going back to my points, this is the composition that they want to run. They can go for a non if they do want to support Calamitous, but Lucia Moira allows them to really fight with their front line. But hey, Ambi is higher right now, getting free hits all around. Reptar is available onto the high ground, goes to Junkrat trying to get concussive mines on. And this is Ambi, so spamming on the way. We'll taste a little bit of bomb action there from Calamitous as well. And here we go with the Mercy right now. I really don't agree with this here from Discord.
Memecord over here just trying to look for that right angle, just waiting for the right opportunity and that right moment to start their assault. In the meantime, over here, Wucket is going to head on in and attempt to do some damage, zoning in with the mines. We'll see if this creates enough space for Memecord to go in. But with the sound barrier in and the coalescence, it's looking like the mines aren't going to be of any problem to WashedUpHomies.
Gravity Surge though into the middle. Here comes the Riptide. It's a big combo! And as Ambi and Lone just keeping things up. Sun with a perfect Gravity Surge in behind. And even with the restriction there on the Narball, it's just not enough here for the side of Memecord. So the big issue there was just the fact that Ambi got that Reptar out, and for Memecord, they lost their main tank for a little bit. They had the good plays with the sound barrier, they had good plays with the shield play as well, but it just wasn't enough. And that really is an issue of committing heavily onto your Echo. They only got a pick earlier on the Amp because as the shotgun nature of the tri-shot, it allowed some really good damage close, but look at that, it's just not really too potent. It isn't as sustained as the Pharah. I still don't agree with playing the Mercy with the Echo to begin with. I may be wrong. We haven't seen this in the tier 1 scene, but overall it feels underwhelming to really go for the pocket. You should allow this Calamitous to flank on the round, akin to a Tracer honestly, or a Sombra. But hey, sticky bombs right now, and into the beam we go. Gonna turn into Zarya instead, looking for a grab the surge opportunity. Saito gonna whip out the blade, he's gonna get a cut on the one, looking for another one, sees Lone, and he's gonna go for the backstab here and now. Slicing and dicing, surviving with 9 HP, wants to go for Sun next, gets the top up on, and Memecord right now moving over to the point to take care of Mako Supreme, and Memecord right now looking to just keep the protection, the Diva with the DM, and that is enough to take care of Cyanide. 2 ticks taken, where's the contest here and now from the side of WashedUpHomies. Lone gonna go over to the Wrecking Ball, and gonna get blown to bits by himself, with Calamitous helping that one out as well. And here from Memecord, in this instance, all they need to do is get the mop up, get the secure. But Mako Supreme with his coalescence might turn things around. Blue with the resurrection, bringing Ambi back into the fold. Walking right now, gonna get the mech. And where did it all go wrong there from Memecord? Seems like they weren't able to punish the resurrection in time, and they are not gonna be able to finish this one off because WashedUpHomies with spawn advantage, defending at that last tick.
That's right. Missed opportunity there from Memecord. If they just caught that Mercy, then Ambi wouldn't have been resurrected. They were too busy. I think they were too distracted by Lone on the ball, and just allowing that resurrect to just come in and buy enough time for WashedUpHomies to just get on the point.
Highly unfortunate there, but the WashedUpHomies squad gonna be looking to get on through yet again with this defense. It really is about holding their ground, making sure that they're stable and ready to go. Wucket though doesn't have that self-destruct on the right hand side. He stays on, looking for an opportunity, looking for a bomb R2. But in the meantime, you know who else has the bomb? He is gonna be Ambi, blowing up Calamitous. Goes with the dash all over. Look at that air control from the Echo to begin with. So easy to get the evasion on, and that is why you don't need the Mercy to begin with, because you can keep yourself alive. You can just move around in a 360 motion, and Lone right now gonna go for the pin, but Somi and Emmon with the Mercy but ceased. Seems like the Ab Matrix gonna be a tool for Emmon to use into the middle line.
That's right. I think like people think that it's a given if you see somebody flying around that it's automatically a pocket Mercy, but in this case, especially once Go gets her ultimate, you might not want a pocket Mercy at all. You might just want to let them go and then hammer away or whatever character they'll be shifting into.
Cyanide though with the Deadeye. And you know, if you love something, set it free. And if it comes back, then it loves you back. But here you go with Graphton Surge. Self-destruct in response from Buckets, but it's just not happening from Memecord. WashedUpHomies again. Getting the potency that they need. Kalam's gonna turn into Reinhardt looking to rampage on over. And he's holding up the shield, but no one's really behind him. He's working together with the Winston right now. Kalam gonna be disengaging. He does have 6 HP on the Reinhardt, gonna be full HP back onto the Echo. And he can go for the bait and switch to catch out Cyanide, but it's just not working out here for Memecord.
And in the meantime, WashedUpHomies over here have Riptire and the Valkyrie and the Coalescence as well, so they're definitely looking good on the side of their ultimate economy. And there you go, there goes the Riptire. Time for Mercy to social distance herself. She was the only one getting picked, but Lone comes in here and smashes through Wookit. It is not looking good over here on the side of Memecord as they're getting getting pushed right all the way back to their spawn.
It's an unfortunate opportunity to actually get that point. It just didn't happen. They look to get the capture, and they look to try and get the win there, but the resurrection happening. They have 2 Mercy mates on their support line, and they should be on it. They should know the timings for that one. They should make it their team to actually go for the focus bar, but it just isn't happening from Memecord. And that is really the parts that they are struggling. They have all the talent in the world, but they're not executing. They're not getting the frags that they need. And now Ambi gonna turn into the Bastion, shatter them from Lone. Not gonna get much. Deadeye being primed. It's not gonna happen. But Saito right now with the blade. Counter pin there from Rocket, but no, Ambi is in position. He sets up with the Bastion, and it seems like the hail of bullets will be the symphony that Memecord needs to listen to. Instead of walking like Egyptians, they are going to be tossed in like mummies into those sarcophaguses, as WashedUpHomies will be able to defend at the tail end of this round.
WashedUpHomies really risking that res. Well, I think it was like a 4 on the point versus that Mercy just really daring and going to go into res that Ambi. But it really did pay off because that really bought them enough time to really stabilize and for the team to regroup and get back in there. And they were, look at that, 94.3%, just a few seconds longer. And Memecord could have gotten that point. But you're absolutely right. They didn't get the opportunity to they missed the opportunity to punch that Mercy.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. Because that was the opportunity there. That was Memecord's time to shine, and he kind of blew it there. It really is just working out on the communication end, I feel, for Memecord. They need to get back into the game, honestly. Like, you can see this is where they fall apart in terms of playing Overwatch itself. They have the talent, they have the strength, they have the skill, they have the mechanics. And they can pretty much shooty bang bang. But Overwatch is not about just shooty bang bang. You need that focus fire on. It's 6 people, and they got healers on the other side that do a lot of healing. There are shields to go for the protection. And for the Memecord squadron, they are playing this very interestingly enough with the Echo taking off angles, which really suits the playstyle right now that Memecord has to begin with. But I feel like they're investing heavily into this one. So right now, Saito's gonna be playing that Ashe, Somi's gonna be playing that Mercy Mode right here, right now. Not too much utility, all about healing. Let's look at the pockets. Lampas though with tri-shots. Getting the damage boost on Saito in the meantime. Gonna be a good target of opportunity here for Somi. And I feel like if he pockets Saito over pocketing Kalam, this would be a lot better here and now for the Memecord squadron. But WashedUpHomies in the meantime, teleporting with Ambi. It's gonna be the Symmetra onto the point, and you were asking for a game changer for a wild card. It seems like it's WashedUpHomies that brings it out instead. Frags on the board right here, right now. Kill after kill yet again. And onto the first point, immediately torn apart. It really is just hack mentality here from WashedUpHomies, and they feast on the carcass of Memecord onto this first point.
In just a little under 40 seconds too, that was like WashedUpHomies really knew what they were going to. They knew they were going to go in for that symmetric play. They went straight. They actually ignored Memecord on the high ground. They just went straight for the point once that TP came up.
Yeah, exactly what they need to do. Very smart to use that Symmetra in that manner. Calamus still hopping on round and teleporting now to the middle ground. A little dangerous though here for WashedUpHomies, because this time Memecord is prepared for it. They are in position. Narbrawl even gonna get the pin on the Sun, and had to take down after takedown. Way too risky down there from WashedUpHomies. They didn't need to do that. They didn't need to teleport it somewhere very obvious. And I feel like that's a mistake. So Ambi was basically aiming diagonally. So I'll show it on camera real quick. Aiming diagonally, he touched this part, but it seems like he was going for the platform over there. If it actually got the connection, Memecord would have gotten flanked on the left-hand side.
That's right, and I feel like Memecord was already prepared for that. They knew they didn't go fall for that twice, especially when it was right in front of their eyes. So I think they already knew to call that out and to punish it. Not gonna repeat that that missed opportunity with Mercy, definitely. So now they have their eyes on Ambi over here and her teleporter.
Yes, So Ambi's still gonna stay on the Symmetra, which is very interesting here for WashedUpHomies. They are gonna have a 5-minute time ban to actually try and get this point. So we're gonna be here for the long haul, ladies and gents, if Memecord can really stay on this defense. But I've seen the long defenses on Temple with his floor fall on a part. And Cyanide is gonna get caught very, very quickly. He was already low HP. And then with the right call, Coldness is gonna get that takedown. Ambi right now out in front, going for the heals. Here goes Calamity, so he whips out the blade. And he's gonna be showing everyone how it's done. Getting the cut on the Ambi already, looking for the target, having to distinguish though from Lone. Mako Supreme though with that sound barrier. And in this instance, is WashedUpHomies onto the point yet again. They have the footing already. Bomb though tossed by Saito. That's a really good call here for Saito to get that one in position, literally in the middle. And that is shots now keeping on coming. Booped off the point, so onto the side we go. Grab the search right now, sucking involved with the rest of the tank line. And that is just hefty bodies right here, right now. You could say everything and anything about the chunk, but Memecord gonna be happy about those big thick members in the front line.
Memecord here really, I think, gaining their confidence back. They knew that they made the right choice calling out the Symmetra teleporter earlier, and now it seems like they know exactly what to do. They need to watch out for Ambi. They need to know where WashedUpHomies are going and need to be prepared for any surprise. And calling in that bomb just allow them to sustain that point so much better. So I think that they could possibly hold this point.
WashedUpHomies going for the push on in on the left hand side we go. And in the meantime, it's Bull right now going for the top of Calamitous though, getting some free ult charge, and this is what Memecord needs to do, get that ultimate online, and make space for Calamitous to get that blade on. Saito has been playing a really good utility on the Ashe, honestly, but here we go with the teleporter onto the high ground. Now, already on it, Calamitous taking care of Mako Supreme, and into the blade we go. He's gonna go for the cut onto the TP first and foremost, getting someone in the back line. Here we go right now onto Blue as well, perfect chain right there at them. Cyanide gonna be the poison pill there, but it doesn't care anymore. Walken is fragging out as well. Memecord, another solid defense, and if only they woke up a lot sooner, this would have been a lot better for them. Still gonna be playing that Lucio and the Mercy though, but I like the Ashe right now, really getting some value, and the bomb is such a good tool to stall out for time here on 2CP.
That's right. I think this might be a sign for Ambi to switch out of the Symmetra if Memecord is totally prepared for whatever trick she might be pulling out right now. But we'll see. They're trying to give it another chance, of course, with Symmetra's barrier up as well. Memecord, of course, already know that they're gathering up on the side, planning something sneaky, wondering where they're going to go next. But it seems like Memecord is ready and prepared for this as well, because they also have that Bob they could sustain just as well as they did in the previous clash.
And WashedUpHomies is looking really scattered there. They couldn't figure out where they wanted to go. And look at this, Saito immediately with the dynamite. And that is, oh no, Saito! He gets charged from the TP! What a play there from Lona and Ambi, surprising the riflers there. And here we go with the shatter. WashedUpHomies, they have whipped something new out and surprised the opposition. But Narbaral gonna go for a shatter as he gets resurrected on. Hulhog is there as well. Ambi though with just the big beam right now. And that is Mako Supreme tossing out that soundbar as well. And we're now gonna go for the soundbar as well. Bob right now going for the shots. He really tanky in this regard. What is Bob aiming at? He's going for the TP! Bob, what are you doing? Why on the TP? Ambi even gonna go for the charge on that ultimate. And Sun getting on the board. The tracking, the targeting there from the Bob, not really working out whatsoever here. And now for Memecord. And here comes the blade though from Calamitous. Gets to cut on the one. Mako Supreme gonna die on. Overwatch running them over with the Wrecking Ball as well. Lone right now gonna be the target. Frags on the board. And that looked really dicey there from Memecord. The charge from the TP, Lone able to make it happen, catching out the Ashe of Saito. But at the same time, he came on back to the stall there from Memecord, working on outs. And frags on the board yet again. Cyanide though gonna go back onto the McCree. Mako Supreme playing the Mercy, so this has to be pocket Cyanide and protect him as much as possible. Oh, on actually.
And I really have to hand it to Emon right there, who was really just hanging on, just wall riding and jumping around, because he knew that Bob was probably gonna serve as a distraction, and they were just waiting for Calamitous to come in because he had that blade, and that gamble really did pay off. I saw Emon really struggling, so I have to hand it to that clash.
Look at that deep, like though Calamitous working together with Somi to get that takedown for the barrier gonna be in this play, and Somi is just getting these free rests. Somi has really returned back to form, at least in this game, and is finding these opportunities to get the resurrection. And this is basically the old school GM Mercy main. Number 1 used to be in the PH. You can still say one of the best, especially with a pistol whip. Grab the surge though, forced out from Sun. But hey, Memecord finally having a little bit of the potential that we have been talking about. They have come on back to a good degree, and at least are priming themselves for a potential last map win. But 18 seconds left, still a chance here for WashedUpHomies, and we have seen even the highest tiers of play. Many teams can choke Temple of Anubis on the last defense. Hey,
I
Shatter is
sense a little bit
available.
of personal experience in there, Dax.
Shatter is available here for low. Let's not talk about it as here we go with a charge. Still can catch out Wookin, but Callum in the meantime whips out the Dragon Blade. And overtime taking on away, Saito does have the bomb available. They take care of Cyanide first. No way can the Fire get anything done in this instance. Blue on the left hand side. Here we go with the bomb. And WashedUpHomies gonna see a little bit of difference here from Memecord. And they are gonna be breathing a sigh of relief that this is not the Memecord that they faced off for the past 3 maps. Because Memecord will actually get on the board, take a victory. Our match is over. WashedUpHomies with the win, but hey, at least one on the board here from Memecord, and if they can keep up this momentum into future matches, at least we are gonna see them back into form. One win here for
real.
Calamitous, happy about that one play of the game. At least a scoreboard here for Memecord, and I'm proud of the boys finally finding the form that they need, but WashedUpHomies has shown that they are not as washed up as you would expect. They are basically the highest SR team right now, and they are gonna be in the lead in a number of different manners. There you go, 7%.
While Temple of News might not have worked in their favor, they definitely still are probably forced to be reckoned with in the New Wave Invitationals. Calamitous here on the board with 40 eliminations.
Yeah, just 70% kill participation. Absolutely ridiculous. But there you go. Final score gonna be 3-1. And the Memecord Squadron has done it. The Memecord Squadron has taken a map. They were like, "Das, we're gonna get a map. We're gonna get one map, okay? We're gonna do it." And they did so. Eventually. It took them a long while. It took them a second match to do so. But hey, it is what it is. And Temple of Anubis actually taken here by Memecord. What do you think was the biggest parts of Memecord's success there, Mika?
Well, for one, I do think that maybe WashedUpHomies stayed on the Symmetra for too long. I mean, it was really becoming obvious that Memecord was cracking their code and really knew how to anticipate that Symmetra. But WashedUpHomies seemed like, no, we'll stick to this. Well, this will work, promise. But yeah, I feel like they should have switched out of that maybe a little earlier and probably save some time.
Yeah, and it really just go to show it was such a big time back there from the side of WashedUpHomies. And usually if a team does that, that's the first clash, surprise the opponent. If they get the first point, they swap out the Symmetra. Also, if you do want to continue it, you gotta put that teleporter right. And when Ambi put that teleporter on the middle instead of the owning up on top, that was just we was like, why are you teleporting in front of us? Come on, bruh. Why here? Why now? And they got the punish. From then on, the ult economy was really in favor of Memecord. They either had the Bob or the Sound Barrier or the Blade to try and bail them out, and multiple times it was the case. Big resurrections there from Somi as well. I guess the Mercy on that instance working really well, especially with spawn advantage, because they can come up back with staggers but then surprise the opposition with a sudden resurrection. And at the same time, since the Lucio having a really good time with the sound barrier, it worked out in their favor. No echo as well. It was the Genji and it was the Ash, and I feel like for WashedUpHomies, they just weren't able to punish the Genji enough because it was Calamitous back into form. Seems like his latency was back online, and he was just dueling everyone to such a strong degree. I mean, this kid has not reached GM for nothing, and he was one of the best that the Overwatch scene can offer on that DPS role if he actually buckles down, becomes patient, and has proper ping. Because if you saw that matchup against Cyanide, McCree versus Genji, getting the deflex at the right time, huge moments. But it is WashedUpHomies' victory. They will get the interview afterwards. And what do you think about the whole match, Mika? What can you really say about these two teams?
Definitely exciting. I think they did deliver. You did mention that this was a big match with two really big and skilled, probably highly anticipated match in the New Wave Invitationals. So I do think that they did deliver some excellent plays, so excellent gameplay as well. My favorite for this match was Lone. Definitely seeing. I mean, climbing up the ladder, you really don't get a lot of. Usually, you get a lot of with aggressive Reinhardts. They get punished a lot, but this one was like it was fantastic seeing an aggressive Reinhardt really pay off in partnership with Azaria. I'm such a fan right now of their of partnership. So yeah, definitely, I think they did deliver, and this is so early on in the league, so they have a lot of opportunity to just ride ride the wave,
Wow,
and keep getting
ride the
better and
wave.
better.
Wow,
Yes,
is that really
throwing.
our
I'm
tagline?
throwing
Is that our
in.
tagline? Is that
It
something
could
we should
be. It
hashtag?
could be.
Is that something we
Yeah.
need to hashtag now?
Yeah.
Hashtag ride the
Yes.
wave. Oh
Yes.
my
Ride
god.
the
Okay,
wave.
so there you go. Marketing specialist even is Mika. So I guess we'll probably add that to our media releases. Okay, there you go, guys. Confirm, double confirm, triple confirm. I'm using that noun for a while now. But quick little recap of our results before we get an interview with Mr. Ambi of the side of Washed Up Homies. The Paul Kings Row, Jokutan, taken by Washed Up Homies, but Kings Row actually going for a big fight, but unfortunately not the best defense there from Memecord. In the meantime, Memecord at least not embarrassing themselves enough. They have gotten the objective that they wanted, Mika. They got the one map that they wanted, and they take Temple of Anubis. At least they're able to take that map, unlike others. Tepaldo was very much a strong showing from Washed Up Homies at the very start. Kings Row, the offense there, and Junkertown, well, Junkertown is something you can just wipe the slate clean to begin with. But hey, a 3-1 victory is not bad whatsoever, and Washed Up Homies has shown again that they are not washed up, again that they are really at the top part of the New Wave Invitationals. It's gonna be very interesting to see what's gonna be next for these two squads. But hey, we are gonna be quickly taking a break as we are gonna be moving on into Gets Ambi on in our interview segments, and we shall be right back for the New Wave Invitationals. Don't go away. We're gonna be hearing some words from Washed Up Homies and their captain.
Okay. First things first, thank you for accommodating us. Ang daming problema nung team namin since it's our first tournament. Ganun ba yun?
Abby! I gave you you a heads up for the questions so I can lead and be like, hi guys, welcome back. Introducing Abby on Washed Up Homies. But no, you take the lead. You tell this immediately.
O, 'di ba? Mas masaya, joke time.
Abby!
We
My
go right
production
into it.
value! Nasira
Shout
na nga
out
yung
right
stream.
away.
Bumaba lang yung FPS ko kasi biglang nag-update yung Nvidia and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And then you do this to me! I don't care if you guys won 3-1! Oh my god!
It's not me this time.
Okay, even Billy gets to chime in. Oh my god. Okay, so let's go back. No one saw that. That wasn't on stream. Hi guys,
Shit.
welcome back to the New Wave Invitationals, and joining us for our post-game interview is Ambi of the Washed Up Homie Squad. Hi Ambi, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, Dax. And, whew, at least nakahinga na. We breathed for a while kasi nanalo. And practically we're good.
Yeah, you guys did a pretty impressive job. 3-1 victory there, considering all the issues happening to your squad. And that was such a hot start on those first 3 months. So, tell me about it. What really went through your mind coming into the Nepal, coming into King's Row, coming into Junkertown? What was the plan there for the Washed Up Homie Squadron?
Just play what you want. We don't want to pressure our teammates. Just have fun, enjoy. And we just play random heroes on our best. The Cyanide plays best is Farah. I don't even the lineup. Kahit pa paano, I don't play Mei. I mean, I don't play DPS. I should
Yeah.
play tank though.
You flex pretty strong, and you
Yeah,
got
you
a
flex
pretty
for
good
it.
Mei. It was a pretty serviceable thing, and actually not really serviceable, it was a pretty good Mei. Because since you have that high attack mindset, we were checking out on the stats, you were taking some damage there, because you already know your Lone's gonna go fuck off and do whatever he wants. He's gonna charge, he's gonna go for his kills,
Yeah.
he's gonna be the BTPS. So you're basically transitioning into a tank role for him. And I think that's the dynamic that the other side wasn't able to really deal with. So how is that's my question. So what is the game plan there? We've seen your execution, but how does it go on in the minds of Watched Homies? When you see Lone being the DPS, what do you do to be the tank? What do you do to protect, and how does the team reposition from there?
As a Mei player, I in my mind